Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I am more than delighted to be on your screen today. I'm so sorry I could not be there physically with you, but I will be taking your questions online, and I'm there to answer those questions online. So, I am once again so delighted to be here to share with you on this topic, which is personal branding for career advancement. Because not too long ago, I was in your position. Yes, I actually finished serving last year. Yes, I was actually copper from 2023 to 2024. And during my time of being a copper, I was earning both in naira and dollars. Yes, I was actually making money earning both in naira and dollars. I was being paid like this is aside alawi. I'm not even talking about alawi. So today we're going to be talking about how to position yourself as a global in-demand professional. So I'm going to be sharing with you principles that have worked for me, and these are not principles that are just coming off reading a book. No. Yes, I did learn about them, but I'm saying that these are principles that I've actually applied in my own life, and they've given me tremendous results. And I know that if you apply these principles in your own life too, they would also give you the same result. So please pay keen attention and feel free to ask your questions after you watch this video. So, one of the first things I want you to do is to discard that mentality that you're a copper. Yes, I said it. I know that you're a copper. I know, we know you're a copper. But the truth is, you are first a professional, you're a graduate, before the copper is just a way to get you introduced into the workforce. But for some of you, you're already working. To be honest, you're already working. You've already had a bit of work experience before you even go to the point. And if you've not, you're not late yet. So discard that mentality and see yourself as a professional. See yourself where you want to be. See yourself as a global in demand professional. Have a vision for yourself. Even the Bible says, um, write down the vision and make it plain upon the tables. So you must have a vision for yourself. Have a plan for your career. Have a plan for yourself. Even because when you have a plan for yourself, it makes it easier for you to understand what you should be doing per time. If you have a plan and you're being posted to like a school to work, you know, okay, maybe you want to work, you have a plan to do you can do what you're doing while still using using the opportunity to gain hands-on skill, or maybe even combine it with getting an additional job as a copper. Yes, you can. But if you do not have a plan, you do not have a vision, how would you be able to do it? So for me, before I went to serve, I actually sat down to think, okay, I've had a bit of work experience before going for service. I've done a lot of things, but this service year is a critical year for me. It's more like a launch pad for me into the workforce, meaning most full-time jobs in Nigeria would always ask, do you have an NYSC exemption letter? Do you have an NYSC certificate and all of that? So I wanted it to be, I started to think to myself, what do I want this one year to be about? I can't just go to serve like that. I must go for a reason and achieve that goal to which I'm coming for. So I sat down to think, and I told myself, okay, I need mentorship, I need experience. I need to learn from the best because I know where I'm going. So I need to learn from the best. So I decided to, I was already doing some volunteer programs from then. I approached one of these organizations I was volunteering, and I told her that, you know what, I've been volunteering with you, but I'm currently about to serve. Can I serve with your organization? And she was more than delighted because I've already built a track record with her. She has seen my work, not just seen it, but I've actually worked with her, and she has been able to see what I've been able to achieve in such a short time. So she was more than delighted to bring me on board. Next, after you write down a clear vision, a clear, plan for your career, the next thing you want to do is that you want to make sure you're constantly seeking knowledge. We are in an information driven world. And the good thing is that this information is not even difficult to find anymore. It's not difficult to find. If you want to learn a skill, if you want to learn something, it's not difficult for you to actually go and learn those things now. You have Google, you have YouTube, you have different organization offering skills, offering, training programs, offering boot camps, offering. So you must seek knowledge. If you know that, okay, for instance, now, I want to be I'm into the IT field, so permit me if I'm going to be driving towards IT with what I'm saying. If I want to be a cybersecurity expert, to be a cybersecurity expert, I have that as my goal. I have that as my plan. To be that, I need certain certifications. I need certain skills. And okay, I will then draft a plan to understand, okay, what skills do I need? Where can I learn these skills? How can I learn it? I start to do research. I start to ask ChatGPT questions. I go to YouTube. I get to Twitter to follow people who are cybersecurity experts. I ask questions. I try to understand what are the skills that are needed for this particular part. And then I go to do the research and I try to see if I could pay for, courses and certifications to get on that part. That is one thing you want to do. You must constantly seek for knowledge. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. So you must constantly seek for knowledge to constantly develop yourself. Don't wait. Don't just take it that, oh, I'm a graduate, I'm done. No, let me tell you. In fact, you do more reading as a graduate than even when you were an undergraduate in school. Yeah, you have to read, you have to study. Even the Bible says, study to show yourself approved. So you must sit down to seek knowledge. You must sit down to learn, sit down to grow. Like for me, while I was in school, I did some, training. So I realized that while I was in school, I realized that, man, this school thing, the truth is, I'm not going to graduate with the first class. So if I'm hoping that when I finish, I'm going to get a first class and I'm going to be rushed by companies, that's not going to happen, baby girl, because by third year, I already knew what I was going to graduate with. So I said, no, I have to do better. So I started seeking for knowledge. I started taking, free courses. Yes, I didn't even pay for those courses. And that's the thing though, there are most of these courses you can actually learn them online. I started to take free courses to learn about digital marketing. I started learning about web design. I started learning about certain things, how to do these things. And as I was learning, I started, applying for boot camps. And then I started also practicing with what I was learning. I put what I was learning to practice. And as I did that, I found myself growing. I took on volunteer roles. I found myself growing. I found myself gaining not just the knowledge, but I was also gaining hands-on experience. And that is what you need to do. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are diligent in whatever you find your hand doing. Anywhere they post you to, be diligent. Like I said, where I was serving, I was getting paid above what other coppers are being paid. This is separate from my alawi. I got the opportunity because I volunteered, and when I volunteered, I gave it my all. I put my heart into the job. I wasn't being paid jack when I was volunteering for them, but I put my heart into the job and I made sure that I would have this particular experience will count for me. Whether or not they are paying me, it's going to count for me. It doesn't matter where you're being posted to. What matters is what you make of it. You can be posted to a school, and from that school, you will get all the clients you need for maybe your side gig. You can be posted to a place where maybe you are not feeling fully valued, and you gain experience that you might probably have paid to get, that particular experience. But if you're not diligent with what you're doing, if you're not taking what you're doing serious, you just feel like, oh, because you're not paying me, oh, because this, it means you're not going to take it serious. My dear, you're missing out. You're missing out. That particular gig or that particular place where you're serving, that you're doing what you're doing, might be the people that will reference you for a global opportunity. Yes. So you must be diligent with whatever your hands find doing. Put in the work. Put in the work. I mean, by virtue of this fellowship you're a part of, by virtue of this community, some of you will gain access to jobs. Some of you would need to pitch yourself to employers to get them to take you in. But do not look down on any opportunity that you get. Please be diligent with it. Be diligent with it. That might just be the stepping stone to the global opportunity that you're looking for. And then lastly, please learn to sell yourself. Yes, learn to sell yourself. Some of you are not even on social media. Please put yourself on social media, not because of it. To be on social media doesn't mean that you always have to have something, you must be selling a product or something. No, you can actually put some of the things that you're doing there, most especially LinkedIn. As professionals, please, I advise every professional, get on LinkedIn, because some of the opportunities that you're seeking, they will come knocking on your inbox, knocking on your door on LinkedIn. Yes, so get on LinkedIn. At least on LinkedIn, you don't need to post anything personal. You can just make it professional. Oh, I just started serving at this, or this, I just started doing this, I just started doing that. These are some things I've learned. People are watching you. Learn how to sell yourself. Learn how to sell yourself. When you go to companies, don't pitch yourself as you're a copper, you just want to serve. When you are meeting organizations, tell them, research about the organizations, learn about them, then tell them what you are able to do that will transform their organization. Tell them how sell yourself, tell them things that look for problems, and then profess solutions to problems that organization is facing. No HR will see an asset and want to let it go. You might be a copper. Highest is they might just not be able to pay you the money they'll pay a full staff. But if you're able to sell yourself, you're able to, analyze, you're able to carefully research on organizations or companies that you know are in line with your career plan, in line with your career path, and then you identify problems that these organizations are facing based on your field, and then you profess solutions to them. No organization will want to play down on you. No, they will not. But the problem is that a lot of people do not know how to sell themselves. A lot of people do not know how to sell themselves as knowledge experts, as professionals. Instead, they go to organizations saying, "Oh, I'm a cop, I'm looking for space, just take me." Just no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Once you've sought knowledge, once you've developed yourself, once you've been able to get some skills, even if you're not a pro, please, my dear, go there and tell them, this is what I'm going to do for your organization. This is what I'm going to do for your company. Having me is having an asset. No, and please, I'm not saying go there and give them an outrageous amount to pay you. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, know your worth. Yes, see yourself as a global professional, but make sure that you're bringing something to the table when you go there. And I'm sure every organization would want to have you on their team. And I have a whole lot of things to say, but this is all I can tell you in this short time. I hope that what I've been able to share with you today has been a blessing to one or two of you, or I pray everybody too as well. And please, 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 if you have questions, just drop it. Um, Wherever the organizers ask you to drop it, I'll be delighted to answer those questions. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.